It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Browns and the Patriots, and it comes your way next.
Autumn has come to New England. No place like it on earth this time of year. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Brennan Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
And he's the latest in a line of Alabama quarterbacks that are potential NFL starters. Sat behind Tua Tagovailoa patiently, waiting his turn, and in 1 year as a starter, exploded on the scene. 41 touchdown passes to just 4 interceptions, 77% completion percentage. He had it going.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Down right around the 25. Jalen Mills, a former Eagle, there to make the play defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Steps away to his left. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive, and they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. First and goal at the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down and goal. Mayfield. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. And his kick is indeed good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On the give, this is Harris. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, All you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Come on, dog.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Mayfield. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more.
Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Dancing to his left.
And Mayfield will have a 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
Taylor now to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway from the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Let's go.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Wow. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Demetric Felton taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to Stevenson on first down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On second down, it's Stevenson.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
A first down throw for Mayfield. It's caught over the middle. Hooper.
7 yards, the pickup there.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A give. This is Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on third down. Move the sticks. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
First down, Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On the carry, it's Chubb. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down now, Felton. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return, it's Taylor. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On first down, Jones. It's caught by Aguilar.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. It's Henry. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the gun, Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, open man right side, Myers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, With this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Good job, right there. I think that's the lucky way, y'all.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
That's the way to get it, boy. Do that again, Brady. Do it again. Let's get it in. Time to go to work, man. Let's go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.